everybody, thank you for tuning into my channel today. We are actually going to do a review of an oil paint set that I bought. I've looked at it for several months now and just kind of heard conflicting information, and I thought that since I have never really found myself married to a particular brand of oil paints, I decided to get this set just to kind of try it out and let you guys know how it is. So this is the set. It's called 12 Shades of Gray, and these are oil colors. They also sell this set in acrylics. They sell it at Jerry's Artorama. I've also seen it on Amazon. So inside are, voila, 12. These are 21 milliliter tubes. So usually you get 37 milliliters, kind of typically when you get oil paints. They're kind of an introductory set. You don't get very large tubes. However, you can buy these tubes in a larger size. They're very inexpensive. I paid a little bit less than $20 for this whole box. And so we'll kind of see how it goes. The other reason why I really wanted to get this set is I think, and here are the colors here, I think grays are really important to have. They're not really the most showiest colors. They're not really vibrant. They aren't really eye-popping. And so if you tend to buy your colors piecemeal the way I do, you forget about the grays and then you end up not having them. And when it comes to particular types of paintings, you're like, oh, I really need those grays. But you didn't buy them because, you know, they're not beautiful and vivid and bright and fun to buy. So I think grays are important across any medium. And that's why I wanted to start with this set, just to see what I liked. And if I don't like this brand and I find that I'm using a particular color, then I will absolutely buy the same color in a different brand. The 12 Shades of Gray. Very excited about this because everybody needs gray in their life for any medium, and these I hope are going to be great because they look beautiful. Here they are. I also like how they're small tubes. I don't like to have a bunch of stuff, so I'd rather have small amounts and then I buy more if I need more. I don't like huge amounts that sit forever. I've never opened these before and I have no idea what to expect. They could be oily, they could be stiff, they could be great, they could be horrible. The first one I'm going to do is Payne's Gray, and wow, that looks nice and dark. All right, that looks dark. I have to say it looks very oily to me. It looks like an oil slick. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I am just making a note. All right, so there's Payne's Gray. Here's Cold Gray. This one, oh, okay, that was weird. So it like popped. At first I thought it was like super stiff in there, so I like really kind of put a lot of pressure on it and it exploded out. Okay, so that was Cold Gray. Here's Mid Gray. And this I can already tell is like super oily, that like, again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, people. I'm just saying that it's something to note. Okay, and I only put a little on because it was very oily and it's starting to have a nice little oil ring around there. And finally is going to be Pale Gray. And so, oh, okay. All right. Again, a little bit on the oily side. So let's see how these come out. Now, I like to see that they are nice and opaque. I don't mind oily as long as they are opaque. So let's see. So this is the Payne's Gray. And it's a little bit on the translucent side or the transparent side, which I don't love. I also don't like the smell of these. Alright, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this set. That is not opaque. This is very translucent. So I'm going to do a second coat here and see what happens. Oh yeah, these are okay. This one color I'm not loving, but it is pretty. It is pretty, and if you like transparent paints, then this will definitely be, it could just be the one color. We can't judge the set on one color. It was a little on the oily side, which I think is a plus, because I tend to not put a lot of oil in my oil paints. So, you know, oily paints are not bad. However, I don't like them to be super transparent, but maybe that was just one. So here's cold gray. Okay, cold gray is coming out just how I like it. Nice and thick. Really like this color too. It's like, cold gray is a good name for it. It is like chilly looking. It's very pretty. It's got a really nice hint of blue. Very nice. Okay, I'm feeling good about things again because, whew, that Payne's Gray scared me. Sometimes you'll find with certain brands that there are colors you like and colors you don't like. And so sometimes people just piecemeal together based on what they like and don't like. So they'll get some Old Hollands, some Rembrandts, you know, some Williamsburg, you know, whatever. Just they find what they like and don't like. Okay, so this one's the mid-gray, and it's not that transparent. It's pretty opaque, and it is a nice color. So this is the mid-gray. It's on the oily side. Again, I like oily paints. So I'm gonna give that one a thumbs up too. So it's only Payne's Gray that I don't like so far. All right. Let's do the pale gray. That's on the oily side, and it's also on the transparent side. I'm not sure how much you can see here, but I mean, I'm laying it on pretty thick, if you will, and I'm still getting a lot of white from the page. So that's junky. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more and see if I can feel better about the pale gray. All right. I mean, the third coat is looking good. But yeah, it's on the transparent side. And maybe you as an artist like that. I don't think I do, but that's okay. All right, so 2 out of 4. Let's keep going. So my next set of colors is going to be red gray. Kind of came out oily. And then I'm going to do violet gray, which seems to be right up my alley because these are usually kind of the colors I like. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whew, well, it's not oily. And it looks nice and thick. All right, green gray. Okay. That one actually has a really nice buttery consistency, not too oily and not too thick. Although it looks like violet gray is the only really thick color in the group so far. Oh my gosh, this again, like you just put a little bit on and it kind of explodes at you. All right, let's get to the red gray. So this is almost more like a reddish brown to me. And it does go on pretty well. It's a little translucent, but that's not the paint, that's just kind of how I loaded the brush. So that's not bad. I would say it's on the thinner side. It's a little transparent, but, or, I don't know, it just seemed to be a little bit on the thinner side. But that's fine. All right, violet gray. I have high hopes for this one because it's so pretty. Oh yeah, that's nice. Again, these are a touch on the oily side. I would compare them to a Winsor & Newton or maybe a Utrecht even. Although Winsor & Newton and Utrecht are pretty opaque. These ones are a little thin and transparent, I should say. And so they're also a little bit on the oily side. So I would definitely say they're kind of student grade. But it doesn't mean they're bad paints. And in fact, across my other mediums too, I usually will buy kind of a cheaper set of, you know, assorted colors I might not have, just so if I need this random color, I'll have it. And I bought, you know, it at a pretty inexpensive price, and I have kind of everything. So that's kind of a good thing about this set, is that you get so many colors you probably wouldn't think of getting. And so what if they're student grade? You can thicken them up with another color. You could also just use these to tone down a really vibrant color, and then it doesn't matter that they're a little transparent. All right, so here's my blue gray, and my green gray came out really nice. I do like the color. And the blue gray is really nice too. So for them being grays, they're pretty vibrant, especially the blue and the violet and the green. Okay, and in case you're wondering, I am wiping my brush off in odorless mineral spirits. I use Speedball. The brand is called Speedball, but it's Mona Lisa. All right, here is my final set here. Warm gray. Okay. Gotta be careful here because I feel like they're gonna just explode right out. Oh, I don't want to apply too much pressure, but I'm like really going hard here. Oh my gosh, what is this color? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm literally going so, oh my gosh, did this thing just break from the other end? No, that's like impossible. Oh my god, it did. Look at that. Oh, and my desk is like all covered. Okay. Well, that was horrible. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, it's all on the back of the desk. This is terrible. Okay, so I am officially not happy with this set. I mean, what if I was working in my living room or something? The good thing about this situation though is it is coming off really easily. It's just like wiping off, but look at all that. I mean, that was like, I can't even use that tube anymore. Okay. Thumbs down 12 Shades of Grey. So I am going to use it because if I happen to love the color, they do sell the tubes by themselves. I can't believe this is happening. This is like the worst. All right. The color is gorgeous, I have to say. But that was like an explosion that's still on my walls. All right, yellow gray. Let's see what happens over here. And that didn't even budge. Like, look at, after all that, it came out this side, not this side. Thumbs down, thumbs down. All right, yellow gray. That just can't, slipped right out. The yellow gray is almost like like a very pale olive green. It's really pretty. And I can already tell it's got a nice buttery consistency. It's a little on the oily side, but it's still, the color's really nice. I like that color, and that will look really nice in like a landscape. Not too bad. It's going on pretty thick. It's a little bit on the transparent side. I'm gonna have to do a few coats, but it's kind of a drabby brown color. I'm not really seeing the orange, but I guess it's kind of orangey. It's more coppery. And I guess copper is kind of orangey, so. All right, fine, you win. It's orange gray. All right, my final color before I tell you what I think about the whole set is brown gray. And already I'm getting a little nervous about, because I feel like it's only gonna come out of one small hole. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Okay, brown gray. And this again is a very pretty color. Nice buttery, a little transparent. But you know, for what you pay for this set, I wasn't expecting it to be super marvelous. I was just expecting to have some nice grays. And I do have some nice grays. So that is the takeaway here. If you buy this set, you will end up with paints that may or may not break open and be completely unusable. However, even though now I only have 11 tubes or 11 shades of gray, I will say that they're just a little bit on the oily side, and sometimes they are kind of transparent too. But you'll end up with nice colors. If you're somebody who already has a lot of nice grays and you don't have to worry about being in a situation where a gray would really enhance either your work or it would be a nice additive to dull down a color, then if you don't need something like that, then don't get this set. It's definitely, you know, I can tell after working with Rembrandts and Gamblin and Old Holland and some of those other bigger names that this is not as quality of a set. However, I like the colors. They're very pretty. I will use them, and I will just know that sometimes they come out a little bit on the transparent side. They're a little oily. That's fine to me. So there you have it. You can make up your own decisions, but I don't think it's too much of an epic fail. Honestly, for what you pay, it's worth it to have some of these colors as an emergency when you need them. Anyways, I hope you found this entertaining and also educational. And let me know in the comments if there are any questions, or give me a thumbs up if you like this type of video. As I mentioned last week, I'm not really sure what type of content I want to put out or keep putting out or whatever. So I am going to take your lead. So let me know. and subscribe to my channel. I try to get a video out every week. So enjoy, and yeah, thank you so much for watching.